Hey everybody, come on in, come on in. Make sure you click the like button, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. It is Monday. Last video I did was in the afternoon. It is now approaching the evening. So I hope everybody has had a wonderful Monday and is having a wonderful evening thus far. We are about to review Queen Sugar, season 6, episode 4, and it was called a different day, to a different day. So, as far as everybody who's watched the episode, please feel free to put in the comment section your thoughts on anything that happened in this episode or anything that I might discuss in the episode. And again, make sure you like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, again, we are reviewing season 6, episode 4. Let's start off talking about Micah and Jordana, his instructor or his teacher. Did she just break Micah's heart? Poe Micah. He doesn't seem to be having any luck with the females, meaning like Kiki, his ex-girlfriend, nor with his instructor, Jordana. But why do I get the idea that Micah isn't the only grad that she was sleeping with on campus? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that one. For some reason, I don't know. I'm feeling as if she might have even slept with his friend, the one that was trying to get him some advice on meditating. But even if Micah is the only one, I still think he needs to look towards the men at the real spot. Now that Hollywood, now that his club is open, I said last week that it might do Micah some good to start opening up to the men, because he's not talking to his mother about anything. He's not talking to his father about anything. And on top of him having those reoccurring flashbacks and panic attacks around the police, he's now dealing with another breakup. So yeah, I think he maybe needs a little therapy, some counseling, or some support from the real spot. I think it might could really benefit him. But again, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Charlie, his mother Charlie, his father Davis, they still seeing one another. Charlie is once again in love. She admitted to loving him. He admitted to I love you, I love you, I love you more, all that. Or do you think that she is just moved by Davis's romantic gestures? Do you think that she's moving too fast? Do you think that she's making a mistake? Do you think that he might have really changed? I don't know. He did a lot to her. He did a lot, cheating with all those different women, having kids on the side. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just hoping, for Charlie's sake, that Davis is just not playing with her emotions, because he knows just how much he used to mean to Charlie. You know what I'm saying? And how much his son used to mean to him, because his son, he still loves him too, just like Charlie does. But they relationship ain't nowhere like it was, before all the infidelities, the cheating, the divorce, the other kid, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, his relationship with his son is much better, since the separation. But should some things just be left alone? Like trying to rekindle a past flame? Y'all let me know. During the interview, the one she had with Gail, Gail had replayed the basketball court scene where Charlie had ran onto the court to confront Davis about regarding his infidelities. She was swinging and kicking at him and cussing him out, trying to whoop his big old butt. And I remember that episode just like as if it was yesterday. I was like, whoop his ass, Charlie. But evidently, Gail, she remembered it as well too, and she was also quite curious, like, how did you guys manage to reconcile? Gail asked her, how were you able to do that? Because I'm thinking it couldn't have been easy to work through, considering all the previous issues and scandals, some would say. And Charlie, she tried to be convincing and telling Gail, and the world for that matter, that she and Davis are once again a strong united front. So y'all, let me know whether or not, again, you think Charlie is making a mistake, or if he's really genuine, or if Davis is really genuine with wanting to be with her, especially just her this time. Okay, let me know how you feel about him. Ralph Angel, Darla, they were like laying in bed together, whispering sweet nothings in each other's ear, having a tender moment, him and his wife, Darla and Ralph. And they arose to is it Guthrie? Sheriff Guthrie on their property. Now, evidently, the story that Nova put in her book, the one about the two white men possibly being buried on their land, has garnered a lot of unwanted attention. Nova's book has come back to hunt her entire family once again, and as much as that book meant to her, I'm sure she has minty regrets. Minty, yes, I said minty regrets about it since it's published. From Darla relapsing, from Nova putting her failures in the book, to now, having possibly caused their mother's grave site to be disturbed by the sheriff. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Nova and her family, they now know, thankfully, thanks to Prosper, that their father didn't bury either of those white men on their property. Or did he? What do y'all think? And I don't know. But you do recall Prosper, when he told her that, I had suggested then that Prosper might just be covering up for his dear old friend, covering up for their father, for the sake of the family, the farm, the sugar mill. I don't know if they're gonna find those men on that property or not, but I surely hope not. But after testing his soil, Ralph Angel found out that their soil might be tainted. It might have been purposely contaminated. In the findings, the sugar content was extremely low from most likely being sabotaged by the Landrys. At least that's what Ralph Angel believes. Now, I, for one, would not be surprised at the Landrys' attempt at throwing a Hail Mary, to regain their property back once and for all. And speaking of soil, I don't know if y'all remember, but back in like season 4, an environmentalist had reported that the land on most of the black farmers' properties was found to have some type of poisons underneath. So Charlie, she then had requested to hire their own independent environmental specialist to complete an environmental impact report before Parker could carry out those evictions. Do y'all remember that? And the judge agreed to issue a stay on those eviction notices. Therefore, the farmers, the black farmers, they were safe to stay at that time. So what exactly has been going on since then? Was the land belonging to the black farmers never tested? I'm confused. I'm very confused. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that one. But that's a good question, right? I mean, as far as the human remains found on the property by the sheriff and his boys, are you thinking that they might have accidentally dug up their mother's grave site? Ralph Angel did warn them to stay clear of the area where they buried their mother because they didn't have any paperwork showing that they could go in that area digging. He told them, hey man, y'all boys too close to my mama's grave. Your little Warren ain't said you can go in that area. Show some damn respect, huh? Mm-mm-mm. I just love to hear Ralph Angel talk. Especially when he's getting in somebody's ass. But as far as Darla and Ralph Angel's financial situation, he is going to eventually have to either break down and ask for help, that or come up with a much needed miracle because their new baby is coming very, very soon and it ain't no time for being too proud. I ain't too proud to beg. He better start begging, doing something. I don't know why he's being really stubborn. Maybe he gets it from his father. But it's one thing not to ask his sister Charlie or Aunt Vi for help. But Darla is right. That money set aside for her going to school, back when she should have went to school, I feel like it's rightfully hers as well. Now, whether her mother sees it that way or not, that's another thing. But it wouldn't hurt to ask, though. I mean, they really need some help right now. They really need some help. So I think he needs to stop being so doggone stubborn before he causes Darla to go into preterm labor. But anyway, Darla told him, we need it. The harvest didn't bring in as much as we thought, and those payday loans aren't going away. I don't want to get into more trouble than we're already in. To which he replied, I don't like it. I don't want your mama thinking we can't take care of ourselves, and I for sure don't want her talking to Aunt Vi. So yeah, I think most importantly, he really doesn't want to rely on Aunt Vi or Charlie and have everybody in the family thinking he can't provide, because remember when the show first started 6 seasons ago, Ralph Angel could not provide for the farm. He wanted to keep the farm, the others wanted to sell it, and he managed to convince them to keep the farm. His father left it to him and he wanted to do right by his father, so Charlie was the one basically giving him all the money and helping him financially till he got the mill running and they got up on their feet. But that's been six seasons ago, and he doesn't want to go back there to that point. Again, Ralph Angel, get off your high horse. Get off your high horse. But moving right along. This episode, Aunt Vi insisted that Celine starts the divorce procedures to be free of her abusive husband. But will a stamped and sealed piece of paper really set her free? Hmm. Hardly for some relationships, with some victims of domestic violence. But we haven't seen her husband lay a hand on her yet. But from the looks of it, she may need more than a little paperwork to truly be free of him, if you get my drift. Because while Aunt Vi is helping her attain a good lawyer, she needs to help Celine attain some good protection. In the meantime and in between time, Aunt Vi gave her a little piece of Congressman Representative Maxine Waters. Y'all remember that moment when Congressman Maxine Waters was at the 2017 hearing questioning Secretary of Finance Steven Mnuchin? She told him, I'm reclaiming my time. Please, will you respond to the question of why I did not get a response, me and my colleagues, to the May 23rd letter? And ever since that time, there's been memes going around on social media talking about I'm reclaiming my time. And I myself have used that personally, okay? But yeah, I told her, reclaim your time, baby. This is your life. You get to choose how you spend it. Reclaim it. And that's what Unvi told her. She gave her some good advice. But again, sometimes a piece of paper don't stop no man from coming after you. Sometimes it just makes them, it's just like putting fuel to a flame. It just makes them even angrier and want to go upside their head even more. But hopefully this won't happen to her. Maybe on Vi, maybe, her husband Holly will be able to keep them safe. But anyway, y'all let me know about that storyline there. As far as Nova and Billy. Now, last episode, many of us, I'm sure, were under the same impression, which was that Billy had actually slept with Jimmy Dale. Of course, not willingly, but still had sex with him. And come to find out, Jimmy Dale wasn't able to force himself all the way on her. He tried. He tried it, but he couldn't. She managed to escape. But still, yet, most likely out of anger, he continued to spread rumors around the town that Billy was a good lay, even though that he didn't get to sleep with her. And Billy tried explaining herself, to those who mattered, including Nova, and for a supposedly best friend. Nova quickly turned her back on her, but only a few people knew what really happened between Billy and what happened between Jimmy Dale and what happened between Billy and Nova, which was why Charlie was inquiring about it, and even Darla had inquired about it like the last episode. But Charlie said to Nova, "You two were almost inseparable. What happened?" And Nova replied, "I'll just say, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. She caused a lot of damage for me, and for me." There was a rumor that Billy was messing around with Jimmy Dale while we were married. That's what Aunt Vi said. So she kind of co-signed that Billy was no good. Nobody they would want around their family or somebody as a friend of the family. But I just hope after this episode, maybe Nova and Billy can create a new friendship. Because after having a heart to heart with Nova, Billy finally revealed the truth. No, again, Jimmy Dale didn't rape her, but the attempt was definitely there. Billy had explained to Nova that, well, the truth is, I was a teenager lured to a secluded place by a grown man who wanted what he wanted. I was flattered by the attention until I figured out where it was going, and I got out of there as fast as I could. Thank God I was able to claw myself away before anything happened. But it didn't matter because he said what he said, and Violet, you, my own father, and this whole town believed it. And she finished with, my word was nothing to anyone. So again, I know that when it comes to family and friends, depending on who your family is, your loyalty might be stronger towards your family. So I just think that's all it was with Nova. They were besties, but family is family, and so, but I know Nova regrets it. You can tell that she regrets not listening to her, not giving her a chance to explain herself, way back then. So that's why I hope that they can, find a way to become friends again, you know. But anyway, as far as that cop though, the informant, Nova is now number one enemy to the police. The officer stopped by to alert her that somebody found out that he's been speaking with her. And Nova, who thought she heard a click on her phone last week, thinks her phones might be wiretapped. Could be, could be. Or could it be about something to do with this guy, Dominic? Like, who is this Dominic? Who is he really? I'm still trying to figure him out. And I think, I don't know. But do y'all think Nova should be careful around him? Or do you think he's being really genuine with her? Because he's always like giving her the right answers, finding the right things to say to every problem or situation that she encounters. And then I'm like, if he keep this up, next he'll be giving Ralph Angel advice to help him reap from next year for a better harvest. I'm like, I don't know. He seems like first it seems like he was just really friendly. Then it seems like it might be something else there. Like he's up to something. I don't know if he's interested in her, like that might be her new love interest, or if it's something much bigger than that. So y'all let me know what do you think about that. But as far as him giving advice to Ralph Angel, not likely, but you know, I just threw that in there for fun. But you can see where I'm going with this. For some reason, I'm afraid that if Nova doesn't do her due diligence pertaining to this Dominic, things might get real ugly around there. It's already, you know, getting bad over there as far as that Ralph Angel's property, his farm. But being that her book already seems to keep getting her in trouble, again, I think she needs to do a little bit of digging about this Dominic and find out what he's really up to, if anything at all. Again, y'all let me know how y'all feel about old Dominic. The last thing I want to talk about is Prosper. Ooh, I love me some Prosper. Y'all who've been following me a while know that I love me some Prosper. Did y'all catch him blushing at the sight of Nurse Sandy? Once she removed her face mask, I was like, oh, isn't that so cute? He got like a little high school crush, a little schoolboy crush. And he was just looking at her like, wow. But she is a beautiful older lady, to which Prosper is also a handsome older gentleman. And those two seem to hit it off right away. They was like playing some games, you know, cards. They was about to play some spades, bid whiz, talk something. But yeah, Prosper was not only impressed that she knew her way around the card table, but also he was impressed with her beautiful voice, and she does have a really really nice voice. I wonder if she's one of those singers in one of those Tyler Perry plays or whatnot. I'm trying to think, like, do I know her from somewhere, another show or movie? I need to look her up. I'll look her up. But either way, Prosper at first, he probably thought that his daughter was hiring him a nurse as an attempt to control him. And well, that might very well be true, especially since she can't even get him to take his pills when he's supposed to. But she'll most likely be heading back home to Chicago, so I'm sure that she's just trying to look out for him and her own special kind of daughter way, because he does not want to go to Chicago. She didn't already offer him that many times. He wants to stay right there in St. Joe Parish. So this is like probably the next best thing, to make sure somebody is always there, or at least coming and going out of the house, you know, throughout the week to check on him and see if he needs anything. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this new nurse. And if y'all think that her and Prosper might get it on to some of that Marvin Gaye music that she was singing. But yeah. So I don't know. I think that he might be in good hands with Nurse Sandy. His daughter ain't got nothing else to worry about, y'all. But on that note, everybody, make sure again you like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Please and thank you very much. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times. Bye. Until the next review.